Pleasure. Let's go ahead and get started. Place it comfortably to get centered. And you might just want to shrug your shoulders up towards your ears as you get settled in. Take them back behind you and set them down, just helping to bring the spine into alignment and to open the chest slightly. Feel the top of the head lifting toward the ceiling and the eyes close. And with your inhale, please inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale fully through the nose. Exhale completely through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale mouth. Adding some breath holds here. Deep breath in through the nose. Hold your breath in at the top for 3, 2, 1. Exhale mouth. Again, deep breath in. Holding the breath in at the top for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale mouth. One more time. Deep, deep breath in. Holding the breath in 3, 2, 1. Sip a little bit more breath in, just a little bit more breath. 2, 1, then let go. Then feel your breath adjust, breathing through the nostrils if you can. Just noticing how you feel in your body after that short breathing practice, or how you feel in your mind as well. It doesn't take much sometimes to shift your state of being or to start to shift it. And more than anything, I want you to feel yourself opening up to just the experience of this practice. Letting yourself arrive, but also feeling your heart and mind open just to receive whatever it is you need to receive from this experience. Even if you're not sure yet what that is. And then from that place, go ahead and take a deeper, fuller breath. Bring the palms together, lower the chin, honoring this body, breath, energy, and mind, and allowing this practice to be in service of all of that. Rubbing the palms together. And take the heated palms over the eyes. Brushing over the top of your head, down your neck, welcoming yourself back to the space around us. Good, and we're going to start off on hands and knees today. So moving any props you're sitting on off to the side, go ahead and come to table pose. Hands are under your shoulders, knees beneath the hips, looking forward, inhale. Powerfully rounding the back, exhale. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, the back rounds. Keep going. Inhale, looking forward. And exhale, rounding the back. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Let's add child's pose. Looking forward, inhale. Exhale, sinking back. Inhale all the way back up. And exhale, sinking back. Keep going. Inhale up to hands and knees. Exhale, child's pose. Just a few more times. And in a couple of rounds from now, I'm going to ask you to start holding your breath in and out. Now, if at any point that starts to feel like it's too much, like it's making you anxious, just don't worry about holding, okay? So at the top of your next inhale, coming up to hands and knees, heart looking forward, hold your breath in for 1 and 2. Exhale, sink back to child's pose, and then hold the breath out for 2 counts. 1, 2. Inhale up to hands and knees. Holding the breath in. 1, 2. Exhale, child's pose. Holding the breath out. 1, 2. Keep going. Adding a 2-count hold at the top of the inhale and holding the breath out for 2 counts at the bottom of the exhale. And again, just 2 counts. It doesn't have to be long at all. Just long enough to realize the breath and movement have stopped. And we're going to keep this breathing rhythm going on, and we're going to add a pose. So inhaling to hands and knees. Hold the breath in. 1, 2. Curl the toes under, lift into downward facing dog. Hold the breath out. 1, 2. Inhale, float down onto hands and knees, looking forward. 1, 2. Exhale, child's pose, holding the breath out. 1, 2. Hands and knees. 1, 2. Downward facing dog. 1, 2. Floating down gently, looking forward. 1, 2. Exhale, child's pose. 1, 2. Please continue moving between these 3 postures and holding the breath for 2 counts, the top and bottom of the breath. And notice that if you let your mind wander, that you'll forget to hold the breath in or out, which is okay. Just add it back in as you continue to move. Now take your time getting there. But when you land in down dog this time, go ahead and stay. Breathing normally once you get there, and go ahead and walk it out. Lifting the hips toward the ceiling, one leg at a time, bending one knee, then bending the other, extending one heel, then extending the other. And then floating down onto hands and knees. Exhale, child's pose, seat to the heels, forehead down. Take an adjusting breath, breathing normally. And then go ahead and bring yourself back up to hands and knees. This mat is always moving around. There we go. So I'm facing you for this one, but you can stay where you're at on your mat. So from hands and knees, please step your right foot all the way out to the side. And the leg is in line with the hips, and you're grounding through the pinky edge of the right foot. And then from here, roll the shoulders down the back, looking forward slightly, and feel your tailbone lift behind you. Okay. Now, just from that engagement alone, you might start to feel a stretch on the inner thigh. Now, keep the tailbone lifting as you glide backwards. Try not to let the lower back round. And then inhale, come back up. And then exhale, gliding backwards. Then inhale, back up. Exhale, gliding backwards. Keep the tailbone lifting. I know it's hard. Inhale, back up. Gliding back. Inhale up. Then go ahead and glide back to your furthest point. So the point before the back has to round. And just stay. Grounding through the pinky edge of the right foot. And the chest is still kind of angling forward. And breathe. Good. Then inhale, come back up. We're going to stay with the leg out to the side for a moment. So take a deep breath in, please. With your exhale, bend your right knee and sink down into that hip. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, sink back in. And inhale back up. And just do a few more. Keep going. Sinking in, coming back. Getting into the hips a little bit tonight. I know that you don't mind. Good. So the next time that you sink into that right hip, go ahead and stay. If you need to, or if you'd like to, you can walk your hands to the right. Breathing here. All right, inhale, straighten the right leg. Walk the hands back to center under the shoulders. We're gonna do one more exercise and then we'll do everything again, but on the other side. And so bring your left hand directly underneath your face, okay? Your right arm is gonna extend out to the side, palm face down. Just take a deep breath in here. With your exhale, sweep the right arm into the air, take the right shoulder back and look up, twist. Exhale, unwind. Or inhale, unwind, sorry. Exhale, twist again, rolling the right shoulder back. And then inhale, unwind. Exhale, twist. Inhale, unwind. Couple more times. Exhale, twist. Inhale, unwind. And exhale, twist. Stay in the pose this time, rolling the right shoulder back, looking up if you can. 3, 2, and 1. Unwind, bring the right hand down to the floor, step the right leg in and sink back into child's pose. Good, good. All right. Let's do all of that on the other side. So inhale back up to hands and knees, please. Step your left foot out to the side, grounding through the pinky edge. And again, the leg is in line with the hip bone. So not too far forward or back, but straight out to the side. All right. Drawing the shoulders down the back, feel your tailbone lift toward the ceiling behind you. Keep that engagement as you just glide back a little bit, feeling the stretch on the inner thigh. Then inhale, come back up. Exhale, gliding back. Then inhale, coming back. Exhale, gliding backwards. Keep the tailbone lifting. Inhale back. Exhale, gliding. Inhale up. Couple more times. And then go to your furthest point. Let's hang out here, okay? So keep the tailbone lifting toward the ceiling. It's almost like there's a little bit of a dip in the lower back, or at least you're trying to. Rounding through the pinky edge of the right foot. And of course, we're breathing. At least we're trying to breathe. Good. Inhale, come back up. All right, exercise number 2 here. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, bend your left knee, sink down into that hip, and inhale, straighten the leg. And then exhale, sink into it again. And then inhale, come back up, and just do that a few more times. And then as you sink into this left hip this time, you can stay. If you want to, you can walk your hands to the left. You can also just keep them where they were. Really, it's just a preference at this point. One's not better or more advanced than the other. One more breath here. And then inhale, straighten the left leg. Walk the hands back to center if they're not already. And then one more exercise here. Bring the right hand underneath your face. Left arm out to the side, palm face down. Take a deep breath in here. And with your exhale, sweep the left arm into the air and back. Twist. Inhale, unwind. And exhale, twist. Inhale, unwind. Exhale, twist, twist, twist. Inhale, unwind. Let's do two more. Twist. And unwind. And then let's stay in the pose this time. Roll the left shoulder back, looking up if you can. Breathe. Good. Inhale, unwind. Bring the hand down. Hands under the shoulders. Step the left leg back to center. And then go ahead and sink back into child's pose. Good. And with your next inhale, go ahead and come back up to hands and knees. All right, so something for a little of a reversal of the thoracic curve, the upper back. Sometimes it can get very rounding and hunching forward. So this really helps to fix that, or at least help it. So the idea here is to keep the thigh bone perpendicular to the floor the entire time. And what you're going to do is just walk your hands forward and try to make sure the elbows don't touch the ground. It's going to be very tempting here. So if it starts to feel like you're going to collapse, just back up a little bit. But you want to start to feel the heart bowing toward the floor here, and maybe even looking forward with the head. This is called playful puppy. Do you feel playful? We'll stay for just a couple more breaths. Good, and then carefully walking the hands back, up. Let's come into down dog, lifting the hips, getting off the knees for a moment. But there is one more thing I'd like to do before we get off knees too much. So come back down to hands, knees. Now I do want to name that because we're spending so much time here, if you need to bring some cushion underneath the knees, you can. You could just bring a folded blanket like this. If you don't have a blanket, you can just double your mat up like this. It just creates a little bit more cushion. So please, please, please take care of yourself. And since I just brought it out, I might as well just use this blanket, right? There we go. There we go. All right. So a little bit of a balancing act here for this next one. So what we're going to be doing, I'll just show it to you first and I'll go through the steps, is we're going to be extending a leg behind, externally rotating the hip, lifting the heel, and then bringing the opposite arm either into the air or onto the hip. It's kind of like a low half moon. Now, the cheat here, and it's not even a bad cheat, it's a good one, is that my bottom leg, the left leg, this foot is cutting backwards, creating a kickstand. Because if I just had the leg going straight back, it'd be a single line. I'm just going to fall over. This creates a little bit more ease in this pose so that we can lift the heel and we can lift the arm and open the chest. Okay, so I'll walk you through that. We'll do it together. Let's balance on the left side first. So hands and knees on the ground. First thing you're gonna do is take your left foot and cut it to the left a little bit more. All right, creating that kickstand behind you. And then extend the right leg out behind you. Externally rotate the hip, so opening the hip toward the side wall, and then lift the heel. Good. With your eyes focused on the ground, bring your right hand onto your right hip, and then roll the right shoulder back. Keep the right heel lifting. Now you can stay here if you'd like to. If you want to take it further, you can turn the head to look forward or up. You could also take the arm into the air. And even with that kickstand, it's a bit of a balancing act. So be kind to yourself. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the right hand down, then the knee, child's pose. Good. Then go ahead and come up to do the other side. I'll turn around just for demonstrating purposes, but you can stay in the direction you're heading. All right, so hands and knees on the ground. Take your right foot, cut it back behind you, so to the right. Extend the left leg out. Externally rotate the hip and lift the heel. Good. Eyes focused on the ground. Bring the hand, left hand that is, onto the hip and roll the left shoulder back. Keep lifting the heel. And then if you'd like, you can turn your head to look forward or up. If that's too much, just keep looking down. And you can also extend the arm into the air if you want to. And then breathe. And try not to take yourself too seriously here. Good. One more breath. And bring the hand down, then the knee, then the foot, then the hips. Child's pose. Good job. All right, when you're ready, go ahead and come up to hands and knees, transitioning to downward facing dog. From down dog, walk your hands back to meet your feet, coming into the standing forward fold. Now bend the knees gently here, really draping the upper body over the thighs, feeling length in the back of the legs, and maybe even the back body, like the lower back. Release the head. Good, all right. When you're ready, go ahead and bend your knees a bit more and roll yourself all the way up to standing. And the head is the last to lift. And welcome. Hydrate. All right, so we're going to do arm swings next, and we're going to do a version that I don't teach as frequently. So yeah, the trick for this one is don't think about it too hard, because if you start thinking about it, you'll just get tripped up. So it goes arms up, arms back, arms cross, arms back, arms up, back, cross, back. Join me. Up, back, cross, back, up, back, cross, back, up, back, cross, back, up, back, cross, back. So don't think about it, just do it. If you start to think about where the arms should go, you'll start messing up and you're like, I don't know where I'm going. And if that does happen, that's okay too. Just start again. Up, back, cross, back. And breathe. And feel this movement, this mobility being created in the shoulder blades, the shoulder joints, the upper back, the chest, the pectoral muscles, the trapezius, the tops of the shoulders, the base of the neck. Up, back, cross, back, up, back, cross, back. Now, if you do want to make this a little bit harder for your brain, not really for your body, but for your brain, you can switch which arm crosses on top each time. And now if that's just a little bit too much, don't worry about it. Just do the best you can with what you're doing. Up, back, cross, back, up, back, cross, back. So we're going to go for a little less than a minute longer. And something I want to bring your attention to as you continue to do this is to stabilize your lower back. If you notice your hips moving back and forth a bunch, feel your tailbone drawing toward the floor slightly and pull your navel toward your spine. Up, back, cross, back, up, back, cross, back. Just feeling the arms loose, swinging around here. Up, back, cross, back, up, back, cross, back. About 20 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Just let go. There's really no stopping point. You just gotta let it go at a certain point. And just feel sensation once you have, noticing tingling in the arms and hands. Energy, that's probably a good way to think about it, at the chest and upper back and shoulders. Good. All right. So please take your feet about shoulder width apart. And I'm going to ask you to lift your left arm into the air. Reach up and grab the left wrist and pull the arm up. And then after a few breaths, go ahead and tilt the chest gently to the right. So not the upper body, because you don't want to flex at the hips. You want to flex from mid back over. So keep the lower back pretty much steady where it's at. And then just feel kind of the rib cage pivot on the spine. Good. And then come back up and release for a moment. And then we'll do that on the other side. Right arm lifts up. Reach up and grab hold of the wrist and traction it toward the ceiling. And then after a breath or two, you can tilt the chest or rib cage to the left gently, feeling some space on the right side of the body. Good, and coming back up. And release the arms down. Now keep the feet this distance apart, and I'll ask you to interlace your fingers at your lower back. And then squeeze the shoulder blades together, really coming together there. Pick the arms up off the back. Now bend the knees a bit. Hinging at the hips, go ahead and fold forward over the legs, taking the arms off the back and overhead as best you can. Now, this can be a fun pose to play with because, of course, we're stretching the shoulders, feeling the shoulder blades work toward one another and slip up towards your neck. But you can also get a nice stretch for your lower back. And I find that for me personally, when I bend my knees a bit more, I get more of that stretch in the lower back, where I don't get it as much if my legs are straighter. So play around with that bend of the knees and see what suits you best here. All right, when you're ready, go ahead and release the hands to the floor. Press the arms to the shins, or hands to the shins, sorry. Come halfway up, chest parallel to the floor. Then exhale, fold back down. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the sides, come all the way up to standing. And release the arms down. Good. I'm going to ask you to come into a wide stance on your yoga mat now. Nice, feet nice and wide apart, and the toes pointing directly forward. It's the end of the day. My words are starting to escape me. All right, so a little bit of work for the lower back. Of course, the legs are straight here, but keep the knees just slightly bent. We never want to lock the knees back, all right? So inhale, lift the arms overhead, turn the chest toward the ceiling. Exhale, hinge from the hips, flat back as you come all the way down. Inhale, reverse that, strong backs. Take the arms out to the sides and lifting back up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lifting back up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale, folding all the way forward and hang out here. Again, knees are gently bent. Good. So with your hands or fingertips on the floor, bring yourself up halfway, chest looking at the floor. Now, if the floor is far away from you here, you can, again, come onto your fingertips, or if you have some yoga blocks at home, which is always a good idea to have some of these, they're not expensive, you can have your hands on yoga blocks if you need to, okay? So with your hands there underneath your shoulders, take a deep breath in. With your exhale, bend your right knee, sink down into the hip, keep both feet on the floor, especially the left one. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, bend the left knee, sinking down, keeping the right foot on the floor. Inhale, back up. And exhale, sinking down. Inhale, float up. Exhale, sinking down, moving from side to side here. And try to keep the chest parallel to the floor the entire time. The hips and the chest are on the same level plane, just kind of gliding from side to side. And feeling the stretch in the hips, of course, the inner thighs. Just a couple more times. And then take your time getting there, but as you bend your right knee this time, go ahead and stay. You can walk your hands to the right if you'd like to. Good. Straighten the right knee, walk the hands back to center if you've moved them. Then exhale, bend the left knee. Again, hands can walk to the left if you'd like to. Keep the chest parallel to the floor. Don't let it dip down or up too much. Breathe. Good. Inhale, straighten the left leg, and then go ahead and just fold forward. Good. So this next one's going to play around with some lefts and rights. So just try to follow along as best you can. So from this forward fold, you're going to walk your hands as far over toward your left foot as you can. All right, especially reaching through that right arm. Now you're reaching with the hands to the left. Find your right knee in your awareness, and then gently start to bend the right knee. Keep reaching through the right hand so you'll feel some extension on the right side of the body. And it's okay if you don't bend the right knee as deeply as you did before. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Straighten the right knee. Walk the hands back to center. Fold forward. Good. Let's find out what that feels like on the other side. So from the forward fold, just walking the hands to the right, especially reaching through that left arm or hand. Good. So you're reaching to the right. Find your left knee. Bend your left knee. Again, it might not be as deeply as you bent it before, but it's starting to create that extension on the left side of your body. Two, and 1. Straighten the left knee. Walk your hands back to center and fold. Feel. All right, one more hip exercise, and then we'll give that a break for a bit. Go ahead and bring yourself up halfway. Again, your hands can be on blocks here to start, but for this next pose, I'm actually going to have you not have the hands on the ground. So the options will be from simplest to most not simplest. You're going to have your hands on your shin/ankles. You could have your hands on your hips. You could have your arms straight out to the side. You can pick whichever one. You can change your mind during the process. Go ahead and bring your hands to one of those positions. Take a deep breath in. Keeping the chest parallel to the ground, bend both knees at the same time, dropping down into a deep squat. The chest and the hips are on the same level plane. And again, ideally, you're breathing. And you can always move your hands to a different position if you'd like to. Breathe, breathe, breathe. About 10 more seconds. It's a long 10 seconds. If you ever want time to slow down, just come into this pose. All right, go ahead and bring your hands to the floor, then straighten the legs and then fold forward. Good. All right, so we're going to do a quick transition. So, I like my transitions. We're gonna come into downward facing dog. So you can turn a leg to one side of your mat, bring your hands to the opposite side of, or either side of that foot and step it back. And if none of that made sense, just come into downward facing dog however you want to. And just feeling a nice symmetrical stretch in the body with the legs a bit closer together than before. And then after a few breaths, gently coming down onto hands and knees, and then sinking into child's pose. Good. Taking a deeper, fuller breath. And then go ahead and roll yourself up to a seat, and I'll demonstrate this next exercise. So sitting however you want to for now. This next one is a pretty deep shoulder stretch. Now, if you have like a rotator cuff injury or something, you may want to sit this one out. But if you're able to do it, it's a really great opening of the front of the body. Great thing to do if you're sitting at a desk a lot. So I'm going to start prone. So on my abdomen, face on the floor, and I'm not sure how much the camera can see everything. So I think I'm gonna go this way. All right. So you're gonna want to see this part. So as I'm laying face down, the arm is going straight out to the side. All right. Hand on the floor. My right hand is flat on the floor to my right. All right. I'm just gonna roll basically onto my left shoulder, coming on to the side of my body. Now, my right foot, to help out, can be on the floor in front of the leg or behind the leg. Behind is going to be a bit more intense, and this hand here is still here, giving me leverage. Now, this is already enough. I can definitely feel the stretch in the shoulder and the front of the chest. If you have a blanket nearby, you can always bring your head onto that. If not, we're not going to be here too long, so it won't be too straining. Some deeper moments of the pose, which you can do if you want to, is to continue to drop the right hip back or the top hip back. The hand can come onto the hip to help with that too. We'll probably stay for a minute on each side. After we're done with that minute, we'll come back up and come back face down on the floor. Stay here for a moment or 5, and then switch to the other side. All right. So let's do this together. Go ahead and come to lay face down on your yoga mat. And let's just all do the same side first, just so that my instructions make sense, okay? So as you come to lay straight down, face down, extend your left arm out to the side. Now it's not up high, it's not down low, it's straight out from the shoulder joint. And you can look to the side to make sure that's true. Good. And then place your right hand on the floor for leverage. And just feel yourself start to roll onto that left shoulder, rolling onto your left hip, stacking the hips one on top of another. Okay, this again might be as far as you go today. Again, you could bring a blanket underneath your head if you feel like you need some support here. Now, if you want to take this further, your right foot, the top leg, you can bend the knee and bring the foot behind you. You can also go in front of you, but I'm feeling right now that behind me is best for me. And then allow that right knee to kind of just fall back behind you, opening the hips more toward the ceiling. And we're feeling that stretch in the shoulder, the left chest. And like some of the other shoulder stretches that we do, this might not be the most comfortable thing you've ever felt, but I know from experience for me that it's a pretty good feeling when we come out of it. So just breathe with the discomfort. And stay for about another 20 seconds or so. Okay. So when you feel ready to come out, go ahead and carefully just kind of roll the body gently back onto your belly. Careful not to collapse. And then just be still and just feel as that left shoulder kind of finds out what's going on. And then you can sweep the left arm down next to you. All right, we're gonna do the other side now. I'll move my headset to the other side. Good. All right. So still facing the floor. Go ahead and extend your right arm out to the right. And again, not up high, not down low, but straight out from the shoulder joint. And with your left hand on the floor, go ahead and roll onto your left, or sorry, your right side. You can bring a blanket under the head if you need to here. Good. And again, already you might be feeling the stretch in the shoulder. It might feel more intense or less intense than the first side. We know that we hold tension asymmetrically sometimes. But if you do want to take it further, you can take the left leg, bend the knee, and bring the foot to the floor behind your right leg. And then just allow the leg to start to hang back behind you as if you're trying to open the hips toward the ceiling, and deepening that stretch in the shoulder and the right chest. And just breathe. Again, this might not be comfortable, but it's all good. It's actually one of my favorite stretches. I forget about it sometimes, but when I find it again, it's always a welcome reunion. Staying for just a few more breaths. And if you ever do this on your own, first you'll want to warm up. So doing a lot of the stuff we did earlier with the shoulders. But you could hold it for like 3 to 4 minutes if you really, really wanted to. Just do warm up first. Good. But this will allow this to be enough for today. When you're ready, go ahead and start to kind of roll the body back down to the floor. And then stop when you get there. Just feel sensation as the right shoulder adjusts. Good. And then sweep the right arm down and take your time as you roll over onto your back for just a couple more exercises. Again, take your time with that. And as you come onto your back, definitely still noticing the effects of that last exercise on your shoulders. You might feel it into your upper back. You might feel it in the front of the chest, definitely in the shoulder joints. You might feel it in the arms. That was doing a lot. So we'll let the arms just stay down by your side here, but bring your feet flat to the floor, heels underneath the knees, prepping for bridge pose. The feet are about hip width apart. And with your next inhale, go ahead and lift the hips, press your pelvis toward the ceiling. And then exhale, carefully release the hips back down. And here we'll bring back in some of the breath work we did earlier. So with your next inhale, lift the hips into the air. At the top of the inhale, hold the pose and hold the breath in for 1, 2, and then exhale, release the hips down. And at the bottom, hold the breath out, pause the movement for 1, 2. Inhale, lift the hips. Hold the pose and breath for 1, 2. Exhale, release the hips. Hold the pose and breath. 1, 2. Keep going. Lifting the hips, hold for 2. Lower the hips, hold for 2. Lifting and then holding for 2. Lowering and holding for 2. Let's do one more full round, lifting and lowering. And as the hips come down this time, relax and breathe normally. Good. And then go ahead and draw your right knee into your chest, holding onto the shin, and extend your left leg down to the floor. And we'll come into a twist from here. So holding on to the right knee with your left hand, allow the right arm just to drop out to the side. Then with an exhale, take the right knee across the body toward the floor on your left side. Try to ground the right arm and shoulder. And just hang out here for a moment. You could turn your chin to the right if you'd like to as well. And breathe. Good. With your next inhale, carefully unwind and extend the right leg down. And when you're ready for side number 2, bring the left knee in. And holding on to the left knee with the right hand, let the left arm hang out to the side. And with an exhale, take the left knee across the body toward the floor on the right side. Let the left arm anchor back behind you. And you can turn the chin to the left here if you'd like. Just find yourself resting a little bit more into this pose. Good. With your next inhale, carefully unwind. Hug both knees in, please. And just hold the knees into your chest. And if you feel your tailbone and lower back lifting off the floor, just think about curling the tailbone back down. And when you feel complete in this practice, you can release the legs, extending them all the way down to the floor, the feet nice and wide apart, the arms by your sides, and settle in to rest. And taking a deep breath in, please. Exhale, let it out, maybe with a sigh. Maybe feeling yourself let go into the support of the earth beneath you. Even though we consciously know that this is the time for rest, sometimes our bodies are unconsciously holding on to tension. And so we'll do a bit quick body scan. And during this practice, you don't have to move your body, just bring your awareness to each point or region as I name it. Maybe imagining that space softening, but not doing anything physically to make that happen. So become aware of your feet, your ankles, lower legs, your knees, upper legs, hips, pelvis, abdomen, lower back, rib cage, chest, top of the shoulders, arms, wrists, hands, throat, jaw, cheekbones, bridge of the nose, eyes, forehead, top of the head, back of the head, your whole body, your whole body, your whole body. peace, peace, peace. Feel your whole body. Take a deeper, fuller breath into your whole body. Feeling gentle movement in the hands and feet, your arms and legs. Taking your time as you roll gently to your right side. And eventually coming up to a seat. So bring your palms together and lowering the chin. Honor yourself for the work you've done here today. Gratitude to you for all of your effort, for showing up. And may that effort and this practice continue to serve you. So until we meet again, namaste.